Hello and good evening, everybody. It is currently 11 p.m., so I'm guessing most of you are sleeping, but I'm hoping that most of you are going to be watching this later on. So today is January 31st, 2024. Today is podcast number 14. I am currently trying to go live on both my Instagram accounts, which are the Discover with Spinati as well as Spinati. So hopefully it works. YouTube just told me that we went live there. So hopefully this is going to work. And today, what we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about marketing. Okay. We're going to talk about what three things you can do today to improve your business through digital marketing. And this is no BS. Okay. I'm going to give you my top three. Now, what makes me an authority in marketing? What makes me an authority in marketing is that I've been studying marketing religiously for the past 3 years and specifically for the past year. And I've been studying it like my life depended on it, like crazy. So I've come to understand a lot of it. I've made a lot of mistakes, obviously. And so I'm going to share with you a lot of good things. Now, I'm going to use a lot of, these kind of jargons, marketing jargons, but I'm going to try to make it very colloquial so that you can understand me and that hopefully that even if you're not into this whole marketing thing, you can still understand the gist of it and get a few gems here and there, because trust me, I've gone through the pains of it and I understood a lot of it, and so now I know what works and what doesn't work for the majority of the part. Before we keep going, um, I do want to let you know that at the end of the podcast, I'm going to share with you a bonus. And that bonus is something that the majority of marketers do not focus on. And I know this because I've spoken to hundreds, easily hundreds, if not thousands of marketers over the past 4 years since I started my business at Spinati Dentistry. And I know for a fact that the majority of marketers do not, and it doesn't matter how much experience these marketers have. I'm telling you, I've spoken to hundreds. Okay, and I'm confident to even say thousands, but 120% I've spoken to more, like hundreds and hundreds. Okay, so, and I'm telling you right now that the majority of people do not focus. The majority of marketers don't focus on this one thing. I'm going to share with you that thing because that could mean the difference between you spending a lot of money on marketing and you not spending so much money on marketing and getting even better results. Now, before we keep going, obviously, I need to thank our sponsor. Our main sponsor for today is Spinati Dentistry. Spinati Dentistry is a cosmetic and family dental office located in Hyde Park and Sarnia Road. It is across from Tim Hortons, and it has won many accolades, one of which is the 2024 Consumer Choice Awards. And I think that if you check them out, you will absolutely love them. Without further ado, let us continue this podcast where we're going to discuss three ways that you can market your business and three things that you can do starting today if you're going to stay up, or starting tomorrow morning as soon as you wake up, and where you should be focusing your efforts in 2024. Now, the first thing is I need to mention to you that digital marketing is a beast by itself, right? There's a lot of things that really complicate things, and marketing by itself is a beast by itself without even digital marketing, but throw in all the digital components and makes things a little bit more complicated. Now, the way that I describe marketing is kind of like dating. Okay, when you're looking for a specific person, right? You're looking for someone, and you have certain criteria, and you're trying to be that person for that, the other person that you're trying to attract. And so then, you're trying to test the ground. You're trying to say, okay, if I say this, if I look this way, will I attract this type of person? Now, the difference between dating and marketing is that in marketing, you're trying to date multiple different types of people, and you're trying to kind of um, you're trying to mold yourself so that you can grab people's attention from different, backgrounds, different experiences, different age groups, so that you can be more effective at communicating with a larger portion of the audience. Now, obviously, in marketing, they say if you market to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. So I'm not talking about trying to grab everyone's attention, because that's nonsense. But there is a specific set of group of people. Okay, they call it personas, that you, as someone who's trying to market their business, you have to understand that. And that took me a while to actually understand, because it's not something that is straightforward. It's not like math. It's not science, right? It's very abstract. So it does take a lot for your brain to kind of process it. Now, what is involved with digital marketing? Okay, so digital marketing encompasses a lot of things. Okay, one of the top things that encompasses, and I'm sure you've heard of this, it's called SEO, which is search engine optimization. That's how people find you when they search for you on Google, for instance. So you have SEO, you have ads, okay, or what we call commercials. You have social media, websites, landing pages, email marketing, AI chatbots, not non-AI chatbots, and the list goes on and on. Now, out of all of these things, which are the top three things that you should focus on? Top three, okay, of all those things that I just mentioned, which ones should you focus on in order for your business to prosper? Because obviously, I mean, it's very difficult for you to focus on everything, but which top three things will get you the biggest bang for your buck? The first is social media. You may have maybe thinking that ads comes before social media, but I disagree, and I'll tell you why. Social media itself is a branding exercise, right? So it's a way for you to relate to your potential customers and even your current customers by encouraging them with branding, by branding yourself, okay? Branding yourself, branding your company, branding the people that work for you. You're branding, you're causing this thing to become very familiar with people so that they can interact with you more comfortably. The more comfortable people are at interacting with a business, the more likely that they are to do business with them. So social media is that comfortable zone. And the more that you engage with people, the more that they will feel comfortable. Now, which of those two social media platforms, because social media platforms, there are quite a bit, and there are the top, five or six. You have YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, Snapchat, Pinterest, LinkedIn. Those are the top ones. Now, there are other ones, but those are the main top ones. So if you were to focus on social media, which I highly recommend you do, which top two would you focus on? Now, a lot of you are probably on Instagram and you think that, because you're comfortable on Instagram, Instagram is the way to go. But the thing is that you'd have to spend a lot of time and money and effort on Instagram or Facebook in order for you to get that kind of attention that you're looking for. Right now, what we call underpriced attention is mainly and really in TikTok and YouTube Shorts. So they follow the exact same formats. When you're on TikTok and you're scrolling, you see that screen. That's called a short. That's called a YouTube. That's called a TikTok. And then you also have the YouTube Shorts with the exact same format that you find on YouTube. So those are the biggest things that they can get you the biggest return on your investment. Okay, almost like it's insane the amount of organic traffic that you can get to whatever site you're trying to point them to, so you can build your brand and get more customers. So those are the first two. Now, how do you do it? How do you do it? Now, when you get into this whole social media thing, the biggest thing that confuses people is, what do I post? What the heck do I put on social media? You're like, I don't want to appear silly on camera. You don't have to be. I don't want to dance on camera. You don't have to. The thing is that you have to know, you have to have a strategy with regards to what you're going to post, how you're going to post, and where you're going to lead them after your post. So that's an entire thing altogether. I mean, that's probably like a course by itself that I can probably hold. I'm not holding it, but I'm just saying that's a course I can hold. Actually, come to think of it, that's actually a good idea, isn't it? But seriously, in order for you to strategize, the first thing that I can give you, and that's the first tip and the best tip that I can give you, is go on Google and pretend like you are your potential customer, and then just type something that you're selling, like a service or a product. Type it. And you're going to see that Google is going to continue that search. It's going to literally finish it for you. And then it's going to suggest other searches literally right underneath it. So what Google is telling you is telling you this is what people are searching. So produce content to answer those questions. Now, after you press enter on one of those questions or one of those inquiries, and you scroll down on Google, you're going to see a few questions. Now, those are other questions that people are asking with regards to that thing that you typed. It's incredible because Google is literally telling you this is what people are searching. People that are looking for your service are searching these things, and people have typed these words. So take these words, write them down, and then you can formulate a strategy where you can create content around those questions. Now, another resource for you that you can use is something called answerthepublic.com. Answerthepublic.com has been purchased by Neil Patel. Neil Patel, which is he's quite a big marketer now because he's been doing it for years. But nevertheless, there is a component of it that's free and it's good enough, trust me, in order for you to come up with a good strategy to attract the proper attention. And it literally, as soon as you enter your product name or your product detail, not detail, but what people would be searching with regards to your product, let's say pen, it will give you all the questions that people ask with regards to that specific product or service. Okay. It's incredible. I'm telling you, it's insane. So if you use those two things, you will have so much content. You wouldn't even know, like literally like, you'll have probably the entire year just filled just by typing a bunch of things and having a bunch of these questions. Now, if you're looking at me and you're like, well, no one really cares about questions. People want to be entertained. No, they don't. People that want to be entertained are not looking to buy from you. People that are looking to be entertained are looking just to sit at home and just watch these things on their phone, okay, or sit in their car and watch these things. Wherever they are, they're sitting, they're not buying. But if someone's actually looking for something, they're questioning. So if you can answer the question and if you can be the person that can solve their problems, then you can win and you can get them to come in because then they know they can trust you. Once they know they can trust you and you can provide that good service, then obviously you've gained a customer, hopefully for life. Or if you're in dentistry, it would be a client or a patient, okay, depending on how you phrase it. Now, after you do all this, so now you have a strategy. Now, what do? Okay, you're not a graphic designer. What the heck are you going to do? Hire a graphic designer? No. What you do is you go on Canva. Okay, Canva is a free application. Yes, they have a paid one, but they also have a free application that you can use and it works. You go on there and they have a bunch of templates for different types of social media platforms. So whether or not you're going to be posting on Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, wherever you're going to be posting, and they actually even do videos too on Canva. You can do a lot on Canva. And even now, there's the AI integrated format there where you can actually generate images on Canva as well. But I think that's the pro version. But nevertheless, you can do a lot with Canva. So you take those ideas, you plug them into Canva, you formulate this really nice thing, you use a template, you use a picture here and there, and then now you have something to post, right? And obviously there needs to be a strategy with regards to what caption to put, what hashtags to use, timing or not timing. I don't think that really matters, to be honest with you. I know a lot of marketers do say that timing matters. Personally, I don't think it does, but it's neither here nor there. But now you have content, and what to do after that is another topic altogether. But now you have content, so that's the first thing. The first thing is for you to actually make presence. Okay, you have to have some form of presence on social media so you can differentiate yourself. And as I said yesterday, for those of us that do not differentiate ourselves by creating a brand around our company or ourselves, will become a commodity, right? Will become commoditized and people will not be able to relate to you and won't be able to know if they can trust you or not. Now, that's the first thing, which is social media. The second thing is ads. Now, ads come second because ads have pros and cons. The pros is that if you know how to do ads properly or you hire someone that knows how to do ads properly, you can get results almost immediately, almost, okay? Because there is still a learning phase, there's still a testing phase, but you can get them incredibly quickly. The downside to ads is that you have to spend a lot of money. And if you don't know the process, and I'm telling you from my experience, the majority of companies, marketing companies, don't know what to do with regards to placing ads properly so that you're not spending a fortune trying to get customers to come in through the door. Most marketers don't know what they're doing. Now, some of the marketers know what they're doing, and they are very effective at allowing you to access that pool of your audience who are actually interested in a service and for you to get a chance to relate to that audience so that that audience can come in and do business with you. Now, where do you advertise on social media? Okay, now the two big ones are Google and Facebook. Now, Google is obviously there's a difference between the Google and Facebook. Google is search intent based, meaning that if someone is looking for something, they're going to go on Google and they're going to search it. And if you paid enough money, then you're going to be at the top of that list. Now, Facebook is an interrupt type of ad, meaning that when people are scrolling, they're not scrolling looking for an ad. They're scrolling, and then your ad has to be very creative. So again, if you're going to do the ad, or if you're going to hire someone to do the ad, make sure that you grab someone's attention. If you're doing a creative, like a video or or some kind of picture, in order for you to have what we call a thought interrupt or a pattern interrupt, so that people can stop, okay, and then they can give you their attention, so that you can increase the conversion that way, and then your ad can actually lead you to more business. One big tip for the ads is, and I find something that isn't very discussed, and a lot of marketers kind of glance over that, is to understand how the funnel process works. Now, the funnel process simply describes the journey of your client or your patient or your customer, and it describes how they go down that funnel. So there is three types to that funnel. There's the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and there's the low end or the bottom of the funnel. And each one of those has different components in marketing. Now, in order for you to have a proper marketing strategy, you have to understand this funnel process before you get to the interaction where you're actually then doing business, or they're doing business with you. Ads come at the top of the funnel. So they're at the top of the funnel. So does, the social media that I mentioned before that. Okay, but that's just a tip. So the first thing we mentioned is social media marketing. Okay, that's, in my opinion, the most important, and the two most ones, or the biggest ones that will give you the biggest ROI, or bang for your buck, are YouTube Shorts and TikTok. The third, and certainly not last, are websites and landing pages. Now, the reason why I placed that, now remember how I just talked about the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and then bottom of the funnel. The middle of the funnel is where this landing page and website go. Okay, and this is where people are now, they've clicked on your ad, they've seen your post, now they go to your website or they go to your landing page, and now you're trying to, basically, you're trying to date them again. You're trying to, you're trying to court them. Okay, you're trying to convince them that, hey, look, like, this is a company that you want to deal with. We do the things that you want. We're trustworthy. We're convenient. We're comfortable, and you can come in and you can trust us. So this is where you can really impress your potential client, okay, or potential patient or potential customer. And that's why the website and landing page, to me, is number three, because first you have to go from the top of the funnel to the middle of the funnel in order for you to access the bottom of the funnel, and then after that, the sales portion, okay, which is the transactional part, okay. Now, a lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of marketers, they don't focus on this. They don't do anything with that. They don't study what's above the fold, what headlines they use. Is this running into a story? Are we talking about a hero narrative, or is it just a website just because it's there, because it looks pretty? Is it working? Are people scrolling down? Where are people bouncing? Is there any friction? Are people clicking in the right spots? Are people having trouble filling out the forms? Are the pictures stopping people from scrolling? Is there anything that we should be analyzing in order for us to test? Are there different testing grounds for us to test to see which which website or which landing page works better, this one or the other one? Most marketers don't do that. And the reason they don't do that is because obviously it costs a lot. Now, the only thing is that if a marketer knows this process, then your ads and your social media efforts are going to yield much higher returns on your investment if that process is actually done properly. And I'm telling you right now, through the hundreds or even thousands of marketers that I've spoken to, many don't know what they're doing with regards to this. So that is it, my friends. That is it. Those are the three things, three top things that you can focus on. If you focus on those three top things in 2024, your business will explode. Okay. It will explode, and you'll be incredibly happy. Now, here's the bonus. Okay. The bonus is something that, like I said, most people don't focus on. They don't know much about, and they don't even know how to do this thing. And this thing is called conversion rates. Okay. Now, in order to optimize or to increase conversion rates, what's conversion rates? Conversion rates means how many people see your ad and how many people click on your ad. So the number of people that click on your ad divided by the people that have seen your ad, that gives you the conversion rate for the ad. Now, the even more important part is how many people that go to your website or landing page, how many people of those give you either book or give you their information. And that's the conversion rate for a website or landing page. And that really determines how effective your entire marketing campaign is. Okay. That top and middle of the funnel really makes a significant difference as to what happens afterwards. So this is the bonus. The bonus is called conversion rate and website optimization. I hope this wasn't too much over your head, because I understand that marketing isn't everyone's forte, and marketing is kind of like this like woo woo thing that people think that it's luck, but it's not. Because if you actually understand the process and you understand how this works, it is a very engineering type of process where you can actually lead people into a story so that they can feel comfortable to do business with you, and then you'll be happy and they'll be happy at the end. I hope you benefited from this, and as always, stay safe and keep smiling. Good night.